Hello, whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. And today we'll not be talking about one whiskey, but about two. And I know at first glance they might look the same, but they're not, because on the left-hand side, your left-hand side, my right-hand side, I have an Islay Blended Malt, 11 years old. An Islay Blended Malt, I wonder what it might be. But in fact, it says that the cask is LAP 30, LAP 30. That may already give us an inkling. You might remember that Magnificent 5, the Belgian club that released these two. They released a couple of years ago. They also released this one, and that was LAP 29. It was 8 years old at the time, so this is a sister cask. And we remember that LAP 29 was actually a teaspoon Laphroaig. So, you know, and then on the right-hand side, your right-hand side, my left-hand side, we have a 13 years old Bunnahabhain from 2009. And both of these were bottled for Magnificent 7, a Belgian club. And Johan, the strong man behind the Magnificent 5, he came over to present me with these bottles, and he was kind enough to offer me samples of them as well, so that I did not have to open them immediately, and I can keep them in my collection just a tiny wee bit longer. So on the one hand side, we've got a Islay Blended Malt, 11 years old, 2011, and a Bunnahabhain, 13 years old, from 2009. And both are bottled at cask strength, so we will be putting these head to head. Might as well finish this off. Up okay. Ooh, look at that color. A beautiful coppery color indeed. And then this is the Bunna, right? Yeah, this is a Bunna, 13 years old. I have to double check. I have to make sure I don't mix them up, because color-wise they are very much alike, as you can see. On the other hand, the strength is a bit different. For example, this one, the Laphroaig, the Islay Blended Malt, this one is bottled at, and have to peak, 56.6% ABV, while the Bunna is bottled at 55.7 ABV. And those are the two I would like to try today. And well, it might even be a good idea to start with the Bunna, because as you are probably aware, Bunna is a little less peaty or unpeated sometimes. Most of the times it's unpeated. So we'll keep the Islay Blended Malt, Laphroaig. We'll keep that one. We'll start with the Bunna. Right. Oh, this is almost mahogany. What a beautiful color. And the Bunna is bottled at 55.7% ABV on the nose. Oh, this is bursting with dark sweet notes such as plums and figs, some butterscotch, and even some Ricola cough bonbons, you know? A bit herbal, but also a cartload of antique furniture. Some tarragon in there, some Maggi mix herbs. It's quite herbal, like I said. Some wood smoke, some roasted chestnuts, some leather in there, and a bit of a salty edge. And I am not entirely sure that this is in fact unpeated. Could be, but I think not. Anyway, lovely nose. The Laphroaig then. Here I expect this to be a lot peatier, in fact. Oh yeah, right. From the get-go, I get smoked ham with a fat rind. I get some Wellington boots, ashes from the barbecue, some burn ointment, and quite a few raisins in there as well. It's also got these dark fruity notes, but this is a lot sweeter, and this is a lot more in your face, a lot more salty as well. I get a roast with a crust of mustard and a bar of milk chocolate. Well, they are completely different, but they are both absolutely delicious. Well, let's give this Bunna a go on the palate. Full-bodied, almost creamy. It caresses the taste buds with salted caramel. It's quite powerful. Whew, my saliva glands are going in overdrive. Garden herbs again, sugared orange peel, some origin chocolate, candy syrup, and some plum jam as well. It doesn't need water, but it's quite feisty. It's quite quite big in the mouth. And again, I do believe that this is actually slightly peated. Yeah, this is definitely peated. The smoke development now in the finish. The finish, oh, that's an excellent finish. Hallelujah. Wow. Long, spicy, smoky. Smoky, there you have it. Must be peat. And definitely satisfying. Oh my God, this Bunna is outstanding. Great Bunna. But what about the Laphroaig? I mean the Islay Blended Malt. What about this one? This one was bottled at 56.6% ABV. This is powerful too, but it doesn't need water. It's nice and punchy. It's like sweet versus salt in this case. Salted caramel versus walnut liqueur. Smoky and spicy on black pepper. I get cloves and nutmeg. I get charred wood. I get maple syrup. It's got all the hallmarks of a good Laphroaig, but there's clearly sherry casks in the mix, and that I'm not just from the color, but also from the palate, the taste, and that finish. Oh, that's a finish with a capital F. This is long, very long, and sweet and spicy with this umami edge, like beef jerky or maybe even gravy. It remains sweet though. This is good. I have the urge to pour myself another one or to have another sip. I'll do that after I wrap up this little rambling. But both are very different, but both are outstanding representatives of an Islay style whiskey matured on sherry casks. Wow. The Bunna, 13 years old, from 2009 at 55.7%. I'm afraid this is my favorite of the two. But this one is a very close second. The Islay Blended Malt, 11 years old, from 2011. Both of them bottled at cask strength, and both of them bottled by Magnificent Five, who, I have to say, they shared these casks with two other clubs, if I'm not mistaken, one or two other clubs. So they only had part of these casks for Magnificent Five. But if you want to get a hold of it, I'm not sure if the Magnificent Five still have any left, but these are absolutely outstanding Islay whiskies. And that's all for this Whisky Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whisky Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you. Bye-bye.